Live from the Stone and Field Studios, it's Houston Real Estate Talk with your host, Kariliz Perez.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Houston Real Estate Talk with Stone and Fields. Here today, I'm with Ghelman from HGC, General Contractors. Welcome, Uri. How are you today?
Fine. How are you? Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here today. I know you're very busy, so I really appreciate it. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm an architect. I'm from Venezuela. I've been here for about 20 years already. I've been in construction since 1994. And we started this company in about 15 years ago with my partner is Alejandro Messing. Okay. He's from Mexico, but also been here for over 25 years. And it's been fun since then.
Very good, very good. That sounds exciting. Tell me about what is it that you do within the company. So you're an architect and you have another role in the company as well?
I am an architect. I'm a foreign architect.
Okay.
And the side of the company that I run is the operational side.
Okay.
Since we're a design build company, I coordinate all the architects with the construction side and make sure that everything flows.
Very well.
And today we're growing, so we have someone else that is going to take on that role, and I want to move more into the development side of the company.
Very good, very nice. As a general contractor, Uri, can you tell me about the services you offer?
Sure. So we are a design build company. We like to call ourselves a one-stop shop.
Okay.
You can come to us with zero, and we can help you, take you by the hand from day one all the way until we give you your key. Or some people come already with the architect and we just do the construction, but we can offer design, we can offer financial advice, we can help you get bank loans, we can help you obviously with the construction side,
Right.
interior design, any aspect of the process we can help you with.
Wonderful. And this applies for commercial as well as for residential?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. For
Very
both.
good. Very good. What type of services, what type of businesses do you service?
So we don't have a niche. Since we're a general contractor, if we can produce the set of plans, we can build it.
Okay.
So we have done dentists, we have done restaurants, we have done health, we have done shopping centers, we have done industrial, we have done education, house of worship. So we really don't have a niche. As long as if you can draw it, we can build it.
You can build it. That's excellent. Is there a project too small or too big for you guys?
So the correct question will be no. We can do anything, but the reality is that we're not a small company. We're not huge. So there's some projects that we're not competitive anymore. We have a nice overhead. We have a team behind the construction side. We have accounting. We have interior designers. We have legal. Then we have to carry in heavy insurance, so it's really hard to compete into very small jobs. Right. So I will say we'll do anything you want. If you're my client and you want something small, we'll do it, but we're not competitive.
Gotcha. That makes total sense. Let's talk about the process of commercial construction then.
Okay, so I guess when in commercial, I mean it's a broad question, but if you're retail, if you're an office, let's go to an office, for example. There's basically two big branches. One is you want an office on an existing space. The other one is you want an office building, and it's completely different. Okay. If you want an office on an existing space, we're going to have to investigate what's available, what we need to do in order to make it work. Let's say if you are an industrial kitchen and there's no grease trap, we need to talk to the landlord of the existing building. Right. Normally, when you go into an existing shell, you're limited, but the process is faster. Okay. And if you want to build, then the process is a little bit longer, since you have to go look for a piece of land. We need to do some preliminary design. You need to get a bank involved, unless you want to privately fund it. And then going through the permitting process, which is very, very lengthy, especially after Harvey, it's becoming a little bit longer. The city, there's a lot of work on the city, right. And all the government agencies are overwhelmed. And so you need to know your way around. And then the construction, which is never a construction 2 + 2 is not 4. There's always something happens. Is it weather? A material is not available? No show. There's a lot of variables that you don't control.
Right. And one thing that is not within the questions that I just thought about it, You service all of Houston?
So we like to do Greater Houston. We even done
Okay.
out of Houston. We finished a project in it's called Maynard, Texas, which
Okay.
is very close to Austin.
Right.
We like to stay within Greater Houston because we like to be driving distance to our jobs. If
Gotcha.
there's always emergency, so I want to be able to wake up if there's an emergency, be there in 30 minutes. Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, they're really close,
Right.
but then they have to be a bigger scale. We cannot
Sure.
go to Dallas for an office build out, but we will go for an office building.
I see. It makes sense. What is the biggest misconception clients have when they meet you?
Okay, so when we started the business, we cater the Hispanic community as well as the non-Hispanic, but we wanted a name that will represent the same in English and Spanish, and we also wanted a name that represent the same for commercial and residential.
Okay.
So we came out with Habitat Construction, and Habitat is basically a space. And then we were asked a lot of times if we were Habitat for Humanity,
Yes.
and which we're not. So a couple of years ago, we started the transition. Now we're called HGC, which is Habitat General Contractors, but we'll go by the acronym, which is it leaves no room for doubt.
Easy to remember as
Right.
well, right?
Yes.
What would people like to know or better understand about the commercial construction process?
So I think the key is understanding that it's nothing happens overnight. That you need to plan ahead. It's not. People come to me in August and they want to be in the office by December, and it doesn't work that
Right.
way. And again, it's just they don't know better. You need to go through a design process, which is always a back and forth. Even if you know exactly what you want, then the architect needs to read your mind and come out with a project that he's proud of and that you like. So there's a lot of back and forth. Then you need to go through an engineering process. There's also back and forth. Then you need to go through a budget process. Maybe we finished the project and we were in a number that you not feel comfortable, so we need to start changing.
Right.
Then you go through the permitting process, which is out of your control totally. And then you go the construction process. So it's on a good project, you're looking probably a year and a half to 2 years if it's a
Wow.
ground up construction.
It's
If
really
you're-
good to know, yeah.
Yes, it's you need to plan. I mean, you need to plan ahead. And if you go into an existing building, it can be faster, but it's still at least 8 to 10 months.
Right, right. Yes, it's not something like buying a house or constructing.
No.
Definitely not. What do you enjoy the most about the business?
That's a good question. So I have two answers for that.
Okay.
Number one, and I think hands down, definitely what I enjoy the most is the one-on-one.
Okay.
I love the client relationship. You know a lot of very interesting people, and everyone has their own ideas and it's their own world, and understand how they make money.
Right.
And on the residential and the commercial side, it's very exciting. We have created a lot of good friendships and relationships over the years.
That's good.
And that's the part that I enjoy the most. And the second one is to driving around and see something that you did. It's there's nothing more concrete than we did that building
Right.
and you made a block better, or you made a neighborhood nicer.
Yes.
It's a good feeling.
Very proud moment, right? When you see that.
Yeah.
What would you change or do differently?
So I guess that goes back to the misconception and the process that it's very lengthy, and there's a lot of things that are not in your control. I wish I could control more. I wish if I can tell you, if you tell me to be here at 11, I'm gonna be here at 10 to 11 waiting for you.
Right.
But I cannot say the same about the construction because I don't control the trades, I don't control weather, I don't
Right.
control materials, don't control the city. So the time, it's a little bit of a challenge.
Yes.
And I wish I can give a better answer to a client, said I want this by this day.
Certain day, yes. So do you happen to see yourself saying it's going to take 9 months instead of 8 just to make sure you're covered?
Yes,
Yes.
I cover myself, but
Yes.
even when you cover yourself,
still-
sometimes it's not enough. So, and you
Yes.
don't want to say a number that it's unrealistic because then it sounds,
Right.
it doesn't sound good for the client. The client said, no, the other guy offered to do faster.
Right.
But I rather under promise and overachieve, but it never works.
You never know
Never
either.
works.
Anyways, what is the difference between a shopping center and an office building?
Okay, from the design and construction perspective is basically the same, but there's some codes differences, like when you have an office building and then you're starting having a different use over, then there's some insulation requirements and some separation. But basically it's the same. Basically it's the same. Is you need to follow codes. You have a design. You have a function that you have to fulfill, and same type of trades. It's more similar than different.
Very good. So you said you have a whole team at the office that helps you with the design, the architecture, the planning, engineers, and all of that. Is there anything else you would like people to know about the company that you can share?
No, I will say just come visit us. I mean, if you don't know about, if you want to build it, but you don't feel sure about it, come to us. Let's talk. We can tell you the pros and cons. We can tell you the hurdles that you're going to face. And it's always better. We're still old school. We like face-to-face meetings.
Right.
And worst that can happen is you decide not to do it, or you didn't like us and you went somewhere else, but you're always going to get more information, and we'll help you make an intelligent decision.
That's very great. Thank you so much, Uriel. Where people can find you? Can you have your phone number, the office phone number, website?
Sure. The office phone number is 832-519-0996.
Okay.
Email is uGhelman@builtbyhabitat.com.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And now you know how to find HGC contractors. And thank you again, Uri, for being here at the Houston Real Estate Talk with Stone and Fields. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you. For more information about real estate, please follow us on social media.